Bridgerton fans, hold on tight. Revolving light Luke Thompson and Yerin Ha just dropped a major hint about season 4, and the internet is going wild. Fearful face fire. Could this be our first real look at what's coming next for Benedict and Sophie?
I think it's all about, it's a fairy tale love story, I guess, but it's also got the Bridgerton element of trying to sort of tether it to some sort of reality as well and see how that pans out.
I guess you can kind of expect this like emotional tug-of-war, or like this kind of push and pull between, I guess, what their heart desires and I guess what society kind of desires for them.
Yours is better than mine. That was so
not
much better.
true.
It is. That was clearer. Yeah.
True.
Right.
It's a fairy tale love story and it's an emotional tug-of-war. So I guess that's what you can kind of expect. The obvious one is roller coaster, but I'm going to say something new. And I'm going to say prismatic.
Nice. Great.
I'm using that as a metaphor
Yeah,
for
that's a
like
good one.
the character for when, you know, before she meets Benedict and kind of after.
What
And
does prismatic mean?
it's like, you know, like the properties of
Of a prism, like that's
when the
really
light
good.
comes
When the
in
light
and then
comes
it
in.
like goes into a rainbow.
That's really, really
So I'm
beautiful.
going to say that as a metaphor, a
I think
scientific metaphor.
I'm going to leave it with that. That's a
Yeah.
great one. I think with Benedict, it's always been about sort of trying to find some sort of solid thing that he's able to sort of feel himself sort of commit to something rather than flit around. He's a man of sort of many interests, and that's great in some ways, and in some ways though can betray a sort of sense of being a little lost or a little bit restless, and that goes quite deep, I think. And so there is clearly something in him that's not very comfortable, a bit scared, or a bit worried about the idea of really committing to something. And so I guess that's partly the struggle for him in this season, I'd say. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of incredible because I guess I just never saw myself wearing clothes or even like maid's clothes in that kind of Regency period. I just never saw myself in those dramas. So
And it's going to be big.